Alright, right here I got a sheet of 4x4 high quality pine wood already pre-sanded, so that leaves out a little work for me to do, and it's a finer product. I'm going to cut off the top section of this board, which is this is a 4x4, so I'm going to cut off the top foot of the board and then split it in half after I cut off the top half.
So what pieces will be created by doing this?
This will be a set, one set of the two top pieces to the board.
Okay.
So I need to find my my 24-inch mark right here and right here.
So approximately exactly 2 feet wide.
Exactly 2 feet. I have to split this perfectly, or else I have uneven set, and we don't want that. Okay, we have just cut off the top section of the board, which is 1 foot by 4 foot. And now we need to split our 3x4 foot piece. So my next step is I already had drawn my line, and now I need to measure 1.5 inches from the line, because the circular saw guard is 1.5 inches from the blade. I clamp this down so it's securely in place.
So now that's a good technique. So you're going to clamp this thing down the width of the guard away from the line that you want to cut, so you can just run the circular saw right down that guard and get a perfect cut.
Correct.
Very good.
It's a little tricky sometimes, but just be patient and we'll go through it. Okay. Now I am ready to make my cut. One thing you want to check is make sure that your depth isn't set too high, because you'll have a bad cut. Voila! Alright, I've just completed drilling my hole on this set, or this side right here, and now I'm about to do the same. So the first step is to measure. It is 24 inches across, so you want to find the 12-inch point, which is right here. So we'll do that, and it's also 9 inches from the top of the board if you have a 36-inch piece, which we do have here. So go 9 inches down, and puts us right there. Okay. Next step in the process is putting in your nail set and marking your hole. Makes it a little bit easier. You don't want to get off the mark. You need to have it perfectly centered. This usually takes about 2 minutes. So we started out with a piece just like this, 4x4, and basically this is how it used to be. Took this off, split this in half, measure 9 inches to the center point of each hole, and cut it with my 6-inch hole saw.
Okay, so we're looking at right now the top pieces for 2 boards, which are each measuring 2 foot by 3 foot, and then the hole is what again?
It's 9 inches from the very top of the board
to the center,
assuming that you have a 36-inch piece.
Okay. And then you go ahead and cut the hole. You're cutting the hole early on, so that I thought this was an important tip for this.
This is a very important tip, because let's say you went through the whole process of putting all your side pieces on, your front and back pieces, your drink holder piece, and then you drill the hole and you have a problem with your hole saw, and there's a possibility you might make a bad cut. So this eliminates all the extra work.
Okay, so you haven't just wrecked a board, right?
Exactly.
Very smart.
Which could be the most frustrating thing anybody could do.
Right. Okay. And then the other thing that you mentioned to me earlier off camera was that you're cutting the holes from the good side of the board down. So the side that's going to be painted, you want to have on the top here?
All right, every piece of plywood has a good side and a bad side. As you can see, this side hasn't been sanded too well.
Let me try to get a little close up with the light today. It's tough to see, but
yeah, okay. See all the grooves?
Yeah.
So you want to cut the good side, the smooth side.
Okay.
So that once you get through to the other side, the bad side, if there is any chipping, well, it's on the bad side, which no one's going to see anyways.
And again, this is sanded.
Sanded 3/4 inch plywood.